media pouting that Trump and Elon are sending rockets into space, sitting around wishing they were there, but they're not. They could have had Elon on their team. The Democrats, though, really don't like free speech or entrepreneurship or American greatness. And so they decided that he's not important. And they decided to work with everybody else who donates to their unions and to their party because Elon wouldn't play ball. And so we'll see this clip from the media sitting around CNN lamenting the superhero dream team that's taking back America. We'll come back on that. But let me set up the stage for us. Let me set the blast zone for us, because here were more clips as they were arriving. So Trump showed up. They were in Texas. Here's what that looked like from CNN.
President-elect Trump and Elon Musk, the CEO of SpaceX. These are live images coming your way.
Tesla truck, Cybertruck, and everybody's there. All right, so it's a big deal. They're all walking out there. Trump, president-elect, is there checking out the space capabilities of America's greatest entrepreneur. Here's another scene, what it looked like, the handshake, as these two men join forces to conquer the final frontier.
Welcome.
Blast! So, nice handshake, very symbolic there. Great capture from that cameraman. And you can see that's going to be a nice union for the ages. Now, when they were inside, Trump was asking some interesting questions that I didn't know the answer to, including this one. Is that thing flown by computers, or is it flown by a man? Or is it a combination of the both, or how does this work? And so this video is a little bit grainy because they're live streaming and they had probably federal agents in their tubes. But they're talking about it. This is inside the facility.
Use the atmosphere to brake as much as possible, so you're going like this. So if the floor is surface the earth, it's going like this. Yeah. It's literally trying to use its entire body as a brake, and then it's using these flaps to just control its position. You try to achieve roughly a 70-degree angle of attack. And then when it goes subsonic,
is that controlled by computer or by man?
Entirely computer. Yeah. And when it goes, it's falling down like this. So it's like a skydiver, basically. So it's just, you can think of these flaps like the skydiver's arms and legs. So it's falling down like this. Right. And then right at the end, it's around and lands.
How hot is it?
Like 2,000 degrees.
What's the surface?
You're trying to use the atmosphere to brake as much as possible, so you're going like this. So if the floor is surface the earth, it's going like this. Yeah. It's literally trying to use its entire body as a brake, and then it's using these flaps to just control its position. You try to achieve roughly a 70-degree angle of attack. And then,
all right, so there it is again. All right, so that's them talking about it. Very interesting technology. And it almost was caught again, but of course they had to abandon mid-flight. Now here it is as they're getting ready to launch this thing off.
Texas, Elon Musk, Donald Trump there together for what will be another launch of the aerospace company's Starship rocket. Trump has added this to his schedule as they continue to appear together somewhat frequently, one might say, in public. Elon Musk anticipating about 50 minutes from now that rocket launch to happen. The incoming president tweeting out ahead of his arrival there that he was heading to the great state of Texas to watch this launch. And he wishes Elon Musk good luck. We would play out the audio for you, but apparently we don't have much of that. But we'll be watching for this to happen a few minutes from now.
All right, so they're there. You can see Ted Cruz took a break from his podcast and his recent senatorial victory and was also there. And I think that's probably Ronnie Jackson, who's also joining over there as well. I don't know why I said Jackson like that. I didn't mean to. But here is what now all of this amazingness is happening. These dudes are launching rockets into outer space and then attempting to catch them when they return. And CNN is like, what a bunch of dorks. Play with their rockets. Do something useful. Write a blog post.
Look at this shot right now coming in live. We got Musk there. We got, I don't recognize everybody. There is President Trump, Senator Bill Haggerty
like Don
of
Jr.
Tennessee, who is also thought to possibly have a position coming in the administration. Senator Ted Cruz on the left with the shades. Is that Ronnie Jackson on the right with the hat? I can't really tell. What do you make of this? They fashion themselves on social media as this legion of superheroes, this incoming administration. Tulsi Gabbard, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., et cetera, et cetera.
They are. It's the America
pictures
Avengers,
and
the
names.
MAGA
I know
Avengers.
now you're looking at me like,
We're cool with that, okay? First of all, we're cool being American superheroes. We're down. We make fun of them as being their Avengers, like the Spice Girl Avengers, the Insurrection Avengers. They're like, yeah, come together, unite. Corruption, bribery, unite. And we make fun of them all the time, so it's not really offensive to us. Like, we want to be superheroes. That's pretty cool, man.
like you mean the Legion of Doom.
It's the Marvel Universe versus second-rate DC, but that's...
I mean, if I understood what that meant, I would probably have a better opinion about it.
But
if we're talking about
Musk, talk to me about Musk.
Okay, so I don't know how you define a superhero, but Elon is catching rockets out of the sky. I mean, that's pretty cool. I don't know anyone else who can do that. He's got a whole Dyson sphere of satellites that have enveloped the planet. It's pretty incredible. So a lot of these are kind of superhuman tactics anyways. It's about as close as we got to a real one in real life. Yeah, no wonder they've got a little bit of... They're jealous, really, is what it comes down to.
What do you think about
Envy.
the role he's playing in this administration?
Listen, this is one of the most successful people that the world has ever known, and the ability to build businesses and think outside the box and be an entrepreneur. That's a voice that the president really values. But when you look at this totality, this kind of theme that they all think they're superheroes now, there's a little bit more swagger with the Republican Party now because they did win the White House, the House, and the Senate. You see it in sports now where people are scoring touchdowns and goals and winning matches and doing the Trump dance. There are Republicans who are feeling pretty cool about themselves for the first time in a long time, but they should stop. The guys should all stop doing the dance unless they're athletes.
The dance is a little weird. But
Yeah, the dance is weird, Jake. Did you say that about Tim Walz's flutter kicks when he was skipping and prancing down the aisle?
It doesn't quite work unless you're Donald Trump because it's his.
If Elon Musk wants to help fix the federal government, he should get a government appointment, go through security clearances, go through conflicts of interest disclosures, and the like. It's really hard. The idea that he's going to go butt into every agency, he'll have Trump, obviously Trump's imprimatur. No one's going to refuse to tell Musk something or show him documents. Then he goes right back to his private business and uses the information however he pleases. It's really unbelievable.
Not to mention the fact that he has so many government contracts.
Well, what I was mentioned is that when the U.S. government decided not to continue its own space shuttle development and advancement, it did outsource to places like SpaceX. And so it's heavily subsidized, and now it's going to be...
Wow, wait a minute. Democrats don't spend all their time with business people and doing whatever they want. They're beholden to the green energy lobby, to big everything. They're beholden to big pharma, to big military, to big illegal immigration, big union, big ag, big pharma. Did I say that already? They're beholden to everything. All they do is whatever their business interest wants. And we've seen this spread across the numerous postmortems of the Democratic Party after this last election. And the breakdown has largely been the rich liberal Democrats voted for Kamala. All the rest of us voted for Trump. And the reason being is because the Democratic Party has now become the party of the rich, by the rich, for the rich, doing the business interests. Elon has gone against the grain in all of those domains and has once again redemocratized free speech when everybody else was going against the grain. We're welcome to see this bromance develop.
Overseeing the same agencies that have been giving him money and making this profitable now is one of the coolest things in government is to be able to go and see a space launch, right? It is the idea, the moonshot. You really feel like you're doing something bigger than yourself. But Elon Musk is not accountable to anybody in the American public, wasn't elected, like you said, not confirmed. And his whole goal is to really just go in, as he says, it's a big hammer and break things. And some of these things that he wants to break are actually really healthy and productive for keeping basic standard of living in the United States. It's that whole disruptive idea of technology, that disruption for its own sake is the ideal as opposed to what's the impact on people.
I think we can all agree that this government could use some disrupting, but it's also good for people to go through background checks and be vetted by the Senate through its constitutional advice and consent.
He's not in a senior cabinet position, in an official cabinet position. Just call him a senior advisor. That's all you need to do. Just like the Democrats have their senior advisors and their How many times has Soros been to the White House, or his son rather? What's he doing there? All those times. We know who Elon is. He talks to the public every day, a lot on X. You can ask him a question if you want. He might even respond to you. So the amount of cope from CNN, you can just tell. They're watching a party that they really want to be at. They're like, man, we got invited to that party. If we were just a little bit nicer to Elon, we could have been in on this, but they weren't. They were condescending snobs to him and everybody. And again, they want total uniformity with their ideology. And if you're not orthodox, you get kicked out of the church. So here's what it looked like. This was Trump actually watching it blast off. Here it is, just one final time.
Vehicle is pitching downrange.
Nice team of people there. Trump probably wanted to see it be caught. Is it going to be caught yet? It's not. All right. We'll come back next time for it. Amazing. It's wild to watch. It makes me feel like a kid. Wow. Okay. This is, I think, a historic moment right now. We're seeing a new technology that is going to be developed. It'd be like watching the airplane, like the first flights of the airplane. And I know we've had the space shuttle and all these things before, but this is the reusable rocket, right? This is the commoditizing of this technology. It's the first step of it. And I don't even think people, even I can't hardly really fathom what this can lead to if you have reusable rockets. We've already got technology that's emanating from this, like Starlink, which can give you high-speed internet while you're launching rockets. It's just insane. All right, so the future is wild. We're excited to be here. So here's some more photos of it. You can see these two. That's the bromance. It's going to save America, man, this type of entrepreneurship. And this type of energy, I think, is inspiring to young kids. I think about myself, like little 8-year-old Robbie, watching this, being like, man, I'm going to be an astronaut. Yeah. So it's great. And this, anyway, so super exciting. Shout out to the team. Excited to watch it happen. Now, you may have seen this one. Before Trump left Texas, Trump said, Elon, before I go, you think you can load me up on that thing? And Elon said, no problem. Let's try it. And so they brought Trump out there and he landed perfectly. He's looking great doing it. What an amazing president. There he is landing again. He got caught. Well done, Mr. President. Great landing. Elon nailed it. He even thanks him at the end. Well done. Great catch. They're the best catch in the world. Didn't feel a thing. Felt amazing. Bring me down now, please. All right, so there's some fun stuff. And there's some more amazing memes that Locals has shared, so we'll come back on those.